Hello, welcome to Your Cocktails. I'm your host, Pierre, and today we're doing a review on the product that was sent to me called the Cuzzina Ice Ball Molds. The one good thing about these that I like is the fact that, for one, it's small. You have this perfectly spherical ice ball that's in there with only about a 2 inch, I think it's like 2.5 inch. And the good thing about these is they're dishwasher safe. It's food grade silicone plastic. And all you do is pop them apart, wash them, close it back, pour your water right in here. Then you have a fill line, which is good because if you know basic science, when ice freezes, it expands. Anytime you have impurities or any oxygen or anything that's in that water, unless you maybe take the still water, boil it, basically eliminate any possible contaminants and get rid of any and all air that's in that water, you're going to have the white, cloudy air bubbles inside there. So you basically fill it to this fill line, and then it has room to expand, and you get a perfect ice ball like this. Now, one thing, it's hard, I don't know if it's my freezer or what, or the water, but you're going to get some cracks. That's one thing that's hard to avoid. But the neat thing about this, it's perfect for your size glass that you use, any old-fashioned, a whiskey rocks glass, whatever you have at the time. And these are actually really cool because you can make a whole bunch of them ahead of time and have a party with it. The other good thing also is the fact that you can put whatever you want in there. You could put orange juice and maybe put it in with some peach schnapps and get like kind of a sort of a fuzzy navel. But you can put whatever you want in there. You could put lemonade, pop it in some water, then you actually have some lemonade at the end. There's a lot of different things you could do with it. You can infuse it, maybe add some mint leaves, make a mojito, do whatever you want. It's really cool. It's a lot of different things you can do. Now, the one thing about this that I want to get out there is the whole idea, the fact that it takes more time for this to melt in comparison to a standard ice cube. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison. I'm going to put them in there, put about equal amounts of whiskey, and just come back after like a few moments and show you exactly what happens and do a taste test to see which one has the most flavor. Because obviously, you water it down, you're taking away a lot of that potency of flavor. And also, I'm using the high proof Wild Turkey 101, which means if it's watered down, I will know it because you'll definitely not taste that potency as much as you would in the other one that's not watered down. So let's try this out, see how it comes out. Take the ice ball, which I like about it is, can you do that with a cube? Nah. Let's add about a couple cubes in that one. Now I'm also going to do an initial test because when you're pouring it directly on the sphere, it goes down, it coats the outside of the ball, which causes it to actually get colder faster. But when you're hitting this, it kind of hits on the sides, not really keeping that much of a cold temperature. So you can notice the temperature change right off the bat. Right about there. Yeah. Now immediately one thing I noticed, that melted a little bit just by pouring that. This, not at all. You're going to get big dent in the top of that flat surface just by pouring it. You pour directly on this, it tends to follow the sides, so it's not going to really melt it as quickly. So let's try it out and see how it tastes right away. That's potent. But nice and chilled. A little warmer, not by much. Because you're going to get that, when it hits it, you're going to get the ice. It's going to cool that liquid off fairly quickly. So we're going to let this sit for about maybe 5-10 minutes, and we're going to come back and see exactly how they taste after that. But one thing about these, in fact, you get 2 per purchase. It's around $15. You can find the link below to find out exactly where to purchase it from. It has instructions right on the box, so it's very easy to see. And it also comes with a 24 recipe book. It's an e-book, so you can use it and you can make whatever cocktail you want. So a lot of like known cocktails out there, like you got the fuzzy navel, different things like that, pina coladas. So you can try that, make this ice ball, cool it off real well, make it stay cool for a long period of time. And it's very simple. They do suggest it definitely wash this with some soap and water every head time. Just make sure that there's no impurities on there when you're actually doing it, and let it completely dry from the first use. And the fact that it's simple, close it, pour it, stick it in, done. And it has that flat bottom, means it's not going to roll, it's not going to come and fall out, it's just going to sit there and stay. You drop it, it always goes right down to the bottom. Here's like a couple different ideas. You can put it in your scotch, put it in a martini, however you want. So we're going to come back in about 10 minutes or so, and then we're going to try these out and see which one has the most watered down flavor, which one's not. So, be back in a few. Hello, welcome back. We let this set for at least, originally I was saying 10 minutes, so basically it's been about 15 minutes. But one thing I'm noticing right off the bat is the ice in this one, where originally you had the one that was completely above the whiskey. You can see the other one was down below and the other one was sitting on top. They're both now below the whiskey, and there's really not much ice left there. I don't know if you can really tell by looking. But see how this one's almost completely gone? This one is still pretty big. It definitely shrunk a little bit. It didn't really shrink too much. But that alone, you're noticing this definitely had a lot more ice melt. So it's going to, just by theoretically the way it is, it's going to be a little more watered down than this one would. But let's see exactly how they taste. Let's start with this one. Remember, we're using 101 Wild Turkey whiskey. So it's going to be potent. It is watered down a little bit because remember it has been sitting for 15 minutes. You are getting a little more of that burn. Let's try to see how this one tastes. Yeah, that one you're really not tasting much of burn at all. It's the same whiskey, roughly the same amount of ice, same amount of liquid, but it's a completely different flavor. That's another thing also, when you water down your whiskey, you're going to lose a lot of that flavor. It's not going to taste as good. You can sit there and put water in this 101, then you can drink it right away like nothing. But taking this one, you get a lot more of the flavor. It is watered down some, not by much. It's a very small margin of watered down. But you're still getting a lot of that smoky, definitely getting some more of that potency that you're getting in there. Compared to the way it was when you first put the ice in, that's mild. But you're definitely noticing that it has some more of a burn still in there. But this one, not much flavor at all. I'm not tasting really any burn. I can actually down that in one chug. Like nothing, because I just don't taste the burn. This one, you are tasting the burn. That one I wouldn't suggest burn, like chugging down. The one thing also is the fact that this is a bigger ice cube. The whiskey is actually closer to the ball. Your color is going to look a little different because you actually have less whiskey around the surface area of that ice than you do with this ice. You have more of the watered down whiskey filling the glass, so you're actually still getting a lot more dark color compared to this one because you don't really have as much whiskey in comparison to that. But it's still there. You can tell even just by looking at it. This one only has a little bit of cloudiness to it. The cloudy is basically the alcohol molecules breaking up with the water and everything. This one, almost completely cloudy. And this one is still fairly clear. You're just getting a little bit of that cloudiness on the top part. This one's almost is complete. Just one big watered down mess of a drink. So that's one thing I'm noticing this right away. It's a very good product because of the fact that, yes, it keeps it cold longer because it takes longer to melt. It doesn't make you watered down, nasty mess of a cocktail or mess of a whiskey drink, however you drink your drinks, whatever you drink. It's cool because, as I said, you can do anything with it. You don't have to necessarily put water in there. You could put whatever. You could put maybe soda. So if you put anything carbonated, I would definitely suggest to probably maybe put a little less in the fill line, because the water molecules, obviously you're going to have, well, the water and the air molecules that are inside the standard water, it's going to expand, but not nearly as much as the carbon will expand compared to air, because carbon tends to have more gas than oxygen will. So you're going to have a lot bigger ball from something with soda in comparison to water. So maybe just slightly below that fill line, you can put soda in there. Maybe do a Coke ball, plop it in about maybe an ounce of rum, and as the Coke ball melts, you got rum and Coke. Why not? Try it out. Might be good. But definitely suggest you buy this product. If it's a cool idea, it's kind of gimmicky because a lot of people, it's just cool, but it's good. It's definitely something I suggest you do, because the idea of a spherical ice cube or ice ball in comparison to an ice cube, it melts slower and keeps your drink flavored better longer. But hope you enjoyed this review. Definitely visit the link I have below. I'll put their main webpage, and also you can visit directly to their Amazon account and you can purchase it right on there. Let them know Spirit Cocktail sent you. You definitely won't be disappointed. But as always, like us on Facebook, Spirit Cocktails. Subscribe to our channel. And as always, drink responsibly.